Face Karma, Tahanjo. Boy, there's a lot of loose gravel out today. Here we go. December. Are there December songs out there? Last December, and there's reason to believe. Yeah, little Counting Crows. Yes, December. Check it out. So here I am. I'm wearing my Schuberth. I love the Schuberth. And it's modular, so I can't use the strap lock. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I don't know if you could see it. Thanks. I got to thank Purple on 3, Jody, giving me the confidence. I said that the reason I don't use my strap, the what is it? The Skezen? It's some weird. It's a Chinese company, and with an unpronounceable packaging. But anyway, so Jody said, "Oh, I've used that thing hooked onto my modular helmet," and Purple on 3. That was the confidence that I needed to actually give it a try. So I've got it on my helmet now, and you know what? It works. It absolutely works. So there's a crisscross a little bit under the chin release bar, but the way it stretches across, it's not pushing the button. As you can tell, because my chin bar is still down. Right? Or else you guys would be looking at the clouds right now. The very chilly clouds, I must say. So yeah, thanks for that. The Dango, dang it. The Dango worked all right in a pinch. It was an expensive clip, but I thought that was what I needed to get this helmet equipped with a camera without adhesives. And as it turns out, well, the Dango, you know, dug into my Adam's apple and all that stuff, and also my chin, and it caught a lot of wind. There was like some whistle you could probably hear. That wasn't just going between my ears. That whistling, it was coming through the Dango clip, and I guess it wasn't that bad, but I was aware of it, you know. Well, something used to be there, huh? Our house, Barney Rubble. So, yeah. So my little Skezen. This is now my third one. I have one on each of my Sedicis, and now I have this one on my Schuberth C3 Pro, but not the crappy C3 that Shade Tree Surgeon had that one time. This is the good one. And so hallelujah, I got a warm helmet, and I didn't have to drill into it or glue anything onto it. You'll remember the adhesive didn't last the winter. Last winter it kind of broke loose, which is scary when you can't afford another GoPro. Oh, anyway, on to other topics, right? Yeah, it was Ratatouille de Bergerac was the name of the game yesterday. I was at my parents' house. I had my daughter with me, and we watched Ratatouille. Are you familiar with Ratatouille, the movie? I'll stretch my chin a little bit. So Ratatouille, you'll know, is there's a chef, and he's young and he's goofy. He's kind of a dimwit, and but anyway, long story short, he encounters a rat. And longer story, even shorter, the rat ends up sitting under the dude's hat, his chef hat, his toque, whatever you call it, and tugging on his hair and helping this chef, who's kind of a dimwit when it comes to the kitchen, helps him become a great chef. And he doesn't help him become a great chef. The rat is a great chef. Look at this loose gravel, huh? The rat is a great chef, and who cannot be a chef, of course, for people, because he is in fact a rat. And is undesirable as a chef for people who want to eat food that's not going to kill them. So anyway, he uses this man sort of as an avatar, I suppose. But they are good friends, and there's a little bit of love. And there's a French woman who also cooks. She rides a motorcycle and has purple hair. Is very sexy, shall we say. To the main character, and the fact that he has a rat living under his hat, it's not a deal breaker, fortunately for him. So if you're looking for a happy whatever, it's a pretty good movie. But as a worker in the food service industry, I cannot abide any kind of vermin in the kitchen. No rats, no mice, none of that stuff. You get a rat or you get a mouse, and nibbles on a 50-pound bag of flour, do you cut around where that is and dump that out and use the rest? No, the whole bag of flour is gone. So you can't abide nothing can live in the kitchen. You just can't have it. So there's a scene later on where the rat Remy and his rat friends are cooking a big meal because all the other chefs left. Wise folks. And I just can't do it, guys. I can't suspend my disbelief. The rat living under the dude's hat and tugging on his hair, I'll abide by that. That's willing suspension of disbelief. I'll allow it. But all the rats in the kitchen cooking, no, I can't do it. But other than that, it's a cute movie. It's a good movie, and I enjoyed it. And why did I say de Bergerac? Because later at night I watched the new version of Cyrano de Bergerac there with Peter Dinklage. And so the original Cyrano de Bergerac was written, I think, in the 1800s. Edmond Rostand wrote it. It was in French, and the main character Cyrano was he a cadet with the French, and they're in conflict with the Spanish. In fact, possibly even at war. I wasn't paying that much attention. And but Cyrano is an absolute masterful wordsmith, and he'll just cut you to shreds and walk away, and then you fall apart and wonder what happened to you. The guy is like, he was born not only to use the sword, but to use that which is mightier, and to do it very well. But in the story, he has in his mind, it's an enormous nose, and in all of the sort of iterations of the story, his nose is very much exaggerated. So I think he's loosely based on a real character. But so whether the real guy's nose was actually as enormous, I look at Steve Martin and Roxanne, or Gérard Depardieu in the French movie version. The nose is enormous. Whether it is or not, it was enormous in his own mind, enough so that he failed to drum up the confidence to pursue and to woo his dear friend and love interest, Roxanne, the beautiful but very intelligent Roxanne, who will not be wooed by looks alone, lest you get any notions. And she wants a reader, she wants a thinker, and she wants a poet. She's got high expectations. But Cyrano can deliver, but he's got that honker, and he can't look past his own nose. Pun intended, I suppose. But there's another guy in his troupe, a new guy, Christian, who's got the body, right? He's the guy. He's your romance dime store cover thinger, or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, she fancies his appearance. She fancies the cover of that book, but wants to know a little bit more. And let me tell you, when you're rifling through the book of his life, you got a lot of blank pages. You got some crayon scribbles. This is not a Himalayan of the mind, right? So another tragically hip reference, but he is not a Himalaya of the mind. So, but Cyrano sees this as his only chance. My words and your everything else. I can express my love through you, using you as my avatar. And I got to thinking of Remy, the chef who has Remy under his hat, the rat tucked under his hat, and they're asking him, "What's your inspiration?" And he can't tell him he's got a rat, but he just points to his head and says, "There's a little chef in my head," And I was like, oh, when I saw Cyrano, I was like, that's it, man, that's it. Christian, he's got a little poet in his head. Where does he come up with all this great stuff? All by himself. Well, he's got Cyrano, and so. But in the the newest version. Thank you. Wordsmith, am I not? Peter Dinklage is Cyrano, so he does not have a massive nose. They might say in the movie, he's the size of a nose. You know what I mean? He's a person of very small stature. So here you have, but let me tell you, it absolutely works. Peter Dinklage is a great actor. He really is a great actor. So he really pulls off the role believably. And, and Christian, so they've made it a little bit more modernized in certain ways. So Christian is a person of color. And they aside from that, you would think like you gotta stick to the script, but switching it up and giving him a different Cyrano, a different thing that he may be held back by, it works perfectly well, because whether it's a big nose, whether it's a smaller stature than everyone else, whether it's you got a unibrow, whether it's you work a blue collar job, or you're working in the mailroom, for example, in the movie Elf, and you're on work release, but you got a brain, you just made some choices. Well, it shows you the story of Cyrano, and stories like it show you that it's okay. I don't know. I can't really tell you how it ends without spoiling it, but it is not okay. But it's okay if you don't have to feel that self-confidence ebb away. In this I don't know, man. Because all right, here's how I'll wrap this thing up. Ego. Most of us think about ego as that thing where I'm much more important in my own mind than I actually am in reality. So we all know people of massive ego who are not a great deal of fun to be around. But the opposite is also true. Ego is also saying that you are not good enough. You are not as good as other people. Well, who are you to say that, right? Who are you to say that? Maybe you got a little low self-esteem. You are not less than, lest you have that notion in your head, right? That is also ego trying to take you down. So ego will tell you you're greater than everybody else in some cases. Ego will also tell you that you are not as good as everybody else. And both of those are ego. And both of them, if you want a more satisfying, serene life, you gotta kind of get rid of those attributes of ego. So it can be done, man. It can be done. And but anyway, Cyrano, terrific story in every iteration that I've seen. And once again, this story, you got the color imagery in this movie with Peter Dinklage, and all that. Oh, Merry Christmas, everybody! Yeah, so you get kind of what you want in this movie. See, could it have been a better movie? Maybe, probably. I don't know, but I certainly did enjoy the take, and it was worth watching. So, all right, guys, that's it. Couldn't tell you what I talked about, but be good to yourself. You are worth it. Come on, you are. If you're listening to this, you definitely are. Don't let your ego take you down, man. You're valuable. You're worth it. You are a treasure, and you are to be cared about. So if you feel lousy about yourself, just help somebody. Just do something. Bake someone a pie, or just do something. Just do some act of service, and you'll realize quickly that you're all right, man. You're all right. All right, guys, that's it. Try to live today with a little bit of panache, will you? A little extra curly Q when you sign your name or do something like that. Oh, it's December. Here we are, counting crows. Hey, what's up, guys? All right. Hey, what's up, puppy? How you doing? Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, I'm not gonna try to turn this off until I know if a dog's gonna rush. Hey, what's up, buddy? Oh, get him goggles. He wants a ride. I'd take him on the bike. All right, guys, care about you. I don't know how to say anything in French to say goodbye. Bonne chance? Is that something? See you later. Talk to you soon. Bye.